follow me around. I'll tell you some history and I'm Anita, James Dupree's wife. And you're all here because you heard about our eminent domain issue. So I'll be explaining all of that as we go along. So what you're standing or sitting in is the opening of the garage. There's a garage door on the right over here. This was a car repair studio. Before then, it was a horse carriage or a horse stable. And you can see from the big pitched roof, maybe it was used to get the carriages in and out, but it's a pretty tall roof. We bought it in 2005, and about a couple months after we purchased the building, we began hearing rumblings about the desire of the city of Philadelphia to take this building and to level it and to put a parking lot here. We're still dealing with this issue. I'll explain it as we go along, but the issue has not gone away and it's reaching its head at this point. So I'll explain it as we go along. So first thing I want to tell you about is a little bit about the building then and the artwork here. What you're looking at along behind me is a painting that was at the Philadelphia airport and at Portland airport. I think that was the only two airports that it was in. And James had this, millions of people saw it, and it was, CNN did a story on it, one of the best pieces of artwork in an airport that he won some sort of a prize for it. So let's move on to the next rooms behind me. And as you're walking, watch your step. The poet. We have a poem before I move on. Okay.
Hi everyone, thank you so much for coming. I'd like you to join us with Musszett, and she's got a wonderful poem that's very applicable to our event tonight. Welcome.
Thank you. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Musszett the poet, and I just want to say I am honored to be here today, especially a part of history. I thank you, Ms. G and Mr. Dupree. This piece is called Tribute to My Roots. I feel like this is important to me because this is a part of my roots as well. This has been rooted, as Mr. Dupree said. The art is so beautiful, and I would like to thank you. This is a tribute to my roots, but all that was forgotten. And when it became sunrise on the plantation, some slaves woke up from the dreadful night, while others hung on a tree by the sunlight. Some ran away, some got away, so we all can have freedom today. You see, this is no mystery, this is our history. As the ravens crowed down by the big house in Mississippi, the slaves prayed for salvation to go home to see the royal city, because life here on earth wasn't too pretty. And it's sad when we wake up to our reality to know that we're bound to the chains of slavery. And oh yes, we risk death because we rather die free. You see, because that was the only way that we could have liberty. See, let me take you back to the hands of time when slavery was no crime and we were sold from dawn to dusk. And we had no opinion what was going on with us. So let me take you back to the moments of the slashing and bashing and hearing our bones cracking. Let's not forget the experience of the hangings and of church burnings, restrictions of learning, ever working, never earning, with wagon wheels turning, with white sheets with holes in them and being tied to railroad tracks and whips on our backs. Let me take you back to days when slavery ended, which we farmed the land on which we depended, which was called sharecropping, which was another way for them to start robbing the black man without any problems. See, we have to teach our children not to hate their own kind, just like we did in the past. And oh yes, we made inventions that did last. The traffic signal, the truck refrigeration, and the gas mask. So you see, I know that we're up for the task. All over the states, people of color that paved the way. Leaders like Booker T, down to the NAACP. We had leaders like J.A. Rogers who researched our black history so that our minds could be free. And Madam C.J. Walker, which was the first black woman millionaire with hair products for our colored people. Oh, listen to me and let me teach you. And Mary McLeod Bethune has served as a special assistant to President Roosevelt on monetary affairs. You see, we're moving up America, now beware. And Malcolm speaks from the prison walls down to the masjid halls. Revolution and philosophy. And oh yes, Dr. Martin Luther King marched on Washington in 1963. Philip Randolph has stopped segregation in United States Armed Forces. We're marching to Zion, there's no more crying. And on December 1st, 1965, Rosa Parks refused to give up her seat to a white man. I ask myself, how can them will be free from bondage and poverty, will have education and equality, and yes, this world can be changed by people like me and you. Thank you.
Give it up for Musszett the poet. We can't change the things that we see. We just have to come together and do what we think is needed, do what we want, and don't let the politicians think that they can do just what they want. We are citizens, we can unite together, so thanks a lot for coming out. And my mother Anita is going to give you a tour of the building and let us know if you have any questions. So we're going to start right over there. Thank you.